Ladies and gentlemen, remember that day trading, like any other business here in the States, is risky. Remember, it's best to approach the market in a way where your exposure is limited, your risk is limited. You can do so by using a simulator where you can practice trading the live market with artificial currency, or at the very least, use risk money. Money that if you lose it all, it will not affect your life. Remember, copy trading is nonsense and it's the fastest way to blow up your accounts. Do not do that type of ignorance here in the markets, all right? And I'm going to be blunt and I'm going to use very aggressive terms there because copy trading is the worst thing anybody can do here in this field, all right? This is not the Forex signals and that type of stuff. You have to understand what you're doing for yourself, and there's a formal way, right? Even if you want to check out Merciless Markets, that's the day trading course that I have that goes over formal education for the markets, right? So there's a right way, there's a wrong way, all right? Lastly, remember, I do not invest money for my subscribers. Be careful of the fake accounts. A lot of fake Relentless Trader accounts popping up on Discord, TikTok, Instagram, all over the place, every social media. People trying to pretend to be me to try and scam the community. It's very unfortunate. It's very sad that these people are putting all their time and energy towards something negative and bad like this. So watch out. We're working with all the platforms to continue to ban these accounts, but they seem to be creating new ones over and over. Be safe out there. Be careful. Remember, I will never ask you for money. I'll never ask you for personal information. I'll never ask you for money via PayPal, Venmo. I do not ask for money at all. Be careful out there. Do not share any sensitive information with these people. And remember, I will never message you first. That's also a red flag. People usually message me. I do not message people, all right? So stay safe. Guys, before we jump into it, for those of you who are not MMU members, let me know if you guys are interested in free webinars. Let me know if you guys are interested in going over different topics, different sections of the course, and going over, essentially a formal class via a webinar. Let us know in the comments down below if that's something you guys are interested in. Let's jump in. Ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. Guys, today we ended the day down $700. A little bit of a disappointing P&L, but a great day nevertheless. We had opportunities, and that's all I really asked for every day. At that point, it's up to me as the trader to capitalize, and I did put forth a good effort, good attitude, good mindset today. Just was not able to capitalize properly. We had stock VFS as one of the main movers. We'll talk about this one and what it's like to trade the price range up here at $90, the higher price range. We had other stocks in HE, GNS, GDC, and a few others. Now, we did start the day up about 500. So we did have a big turnaround, which was a little disappointing. So how did we go from green to red? How did we make money in the first place? And how did we lose it? It all started off with stock HE. Stock HE and stock GDC. Let's take a look at these two. So stock GDC, firstly, was moving up pre-market and doing a very nice push here, giving a very nice push, steady and consistent. Go up, smaller red candles, but nice uptrend through and through until we got all the way up there to a high point at $5. And this thing started out from around 260. So this was an impressive move, right? Almost 100% move. Now, we pulled back. We're a little sideways into the open. And so I'm watching at this thing to see how well we can curl and push through the highs. Now, in the very first minute, it does rip up, but it gives back a lot of the progress that it made. As quickly as we went up, boom, right back down. So what I started to do, I started to watch the bottom here to see how well we would hold up versus the very first low point that we put in. And that was around 469. Now it ended up coming down a little bit, but as the first candle made the new high, I started watching, and so over 480, 484, that range right there, I got involved in at around 80, selling up around 90, a little higher. And we got up to 97. At this point, I thought this thing would have went to 5, 510, 520, and so forth, and back up. But from 97, it came right back down. and I did happen to lose money on that area there. From green 250 on the two trades that I connected on here to then only up about $90 as this red candle flushed down. And recently, more recently, let's say around 12 or maybe 1 p.m., I came back and unfortunately, got caught here on this red candle, so no good. That was GDC. Now, moving on, stock. What's the other one here? Which one did we trade next? I'm trying to remember in the actual order. We had HE. There we go. Stock HE. So green 98 and then HE I noticed was pushing up. We had the first candle to go from red to green and then make a new high. And this is like a nice V-shaped recovery here, right? So even a bit of a VWAP bounce as well, although I wasn't watching it all the way down here, the level. I was watching it as we made the new high, a little distracted with the other stock, or let's say more so opportunity cost with the other stock. But once we made the new high, I got involved. My share size was on the smaller side, or else I could have done way better going up. I managed to get myself up about $500 between these three candles here, as this thing just pushed up, dipped, and then ripped. But unfortunately, on the way down, I was trying to buy the pullback entry, and I wanted to let the stock price in the low, so I was not aggressive here the first time, and we had a low of 1404. So I figured, okay, this thing might be holding up at the whole dollar of 14. But on the way down, sometimes we have pullbacks that are a little less aggressive, and I figured, okay, it's possible we hold up a little higher. And you can see we had a low of 13 right here. So I did attempt to trade around 24, which was a little higher, and then again around 14, and none of those worked. And then I tried a third time at the level of 14 itself at the whole dollar. And so we had, one right here, losing trade at 2, and then 3, and it flushed down. And so from green 500 on the way up to, flat and then red, all within this area right here very quickly happened, boom, just like that. So I always tell myself smaller size on the pullbacks, and I felt like I had small size here, but I didn't account for the fact that this one was a higher float stock, and that the range to the downside could have been bigger. Because it was so smooth going up, I thought I had a good connection to it and understanding where the pullback should be, but even then I still lost a lot and very quickly. So from green 5 to red 3 is an $800 turnaround. It's pretty terrible. Losing 800 like that is not good. And that was HE. So now we made back some money on stock VFS as it started to curl. And this was pretty good because we really wanted to see this thing go to $100. It's been in play over the last couple of days. And it's like, hey, can we get up to 100? Okay, into the open, it's a little tricky. We got a big red candle, right? First, it rips up, pulls back, and then it also gives the candle to make the new high, which seems like it's the theme here today. I did not capture this opportunity here for buying a buy. So I missed that, but from there it pushed up, it pulled back, and every time it tried to make a push, I was watching. And it was so disappointing because the volume is very light and consistently light, except for when it just suddenly goes. And it's a little difficult to tell where and when it's gonna go. And so I was a little on my heels, a little bit behind the ball, trying to get in for the opportunity as we were going up. And so it wasn't up until this area here where I was able to do well and get myself to up about $300, I believe $200 here. As we pulled away, we had to pull back, we made the new high, pulled back, held, bounce, pulled back, held, bounce. But then again, man, once again, I'm going to give back profits. This is the third time in a row where I'm green on the stock and then I give back. The first day, green 500, 430, finished up 180. The second day, green 700 at one point, finished up 130. Today, green 200, finished down 120. Not good. And where I'm giving back profits is it's in an area where I'm looking to be slightly more aggressive because I think the stock is finally looking very good for the push to the upside. And right here was the break of the highs, pre-market high, an area where I love to use a little bit more size, try to go for it. I got chopped out. I got chopped out. This wick right here, I took my first loss of about 100. It's looking good. It's inching up. The moment I buy, it just comes down on me about $1. Stop out. And I'm like, you know what? Got a little frustrated, but I'm gonna keep watching. Wait for the new high, get a high fill. Just it pulls. It's a false breakout candle. Just wasn't good, and immediately just like that after all the hard work here and there, small trades, and my share size was not that much bigger. To give it all back, boom. I think I might even have no, I actually have the same share size here, 150 shares. So yeah, it's part of why it's difficult with these high price stocks is that the spreads makes it unforgiving, whether with bad fills, getting in, getting out, or not being able to get a proper entry because of the range. So that's how it goes. It's a little disappointing at times, but it's all good in the neighborhood. We'll be back tomorrow. So that was the day today. Um, as you guys are heading out, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back tomorrow. I didn't realize we had this gap up here. That's okay though. We'll be back tomorrow for another beautiful day as usual. Stay safe, stay green.